in this country. And we know that we have a housing crisis in Canada, and it's going to take an industrial effort to make sure that we are housing people, getting first-time home buyers into the market, and providing affordable housing right across the housing continuum. And while the Liberal government has done a lot when it comes to our national housing strategy, there is much more that we can do. Housing needs to be a human right in this country, and we need to be able to fulfill that promise. And so, as Adam mentioned, there are 3 pillars to this plan. One is ending homelessness. We talk about the toxic drug supply, we talk about overdoses, we talk about addictions, but if we are truly going to get people off the streets, we need to make sure that they have supportive housing to go to. So this plan would create an accord program with the provinces and territories where the federal government works to house people through an expanded rapid housing initiative, and then has agreements with provinces and territories to provide those wraparound supports to make sure that people can be successful and they can stay off of the streets and lead successful lives. It also means that we want to ensure that we are building more modular housing to rapidly increase the supply that we have available in our country. That is something that is so important. We know that we do not have enough houses in Canada to get people into the houses that they need. And so we need to build more modular homes that are climate resilient, faster and cheaper to build. We also need to accelerate housing production to build faster and smarter in Canada. When it comes to home ownership and market regulation, the housing market today is constrained by outdated models, zoning regulations, and a lack of investment in new housing infrastructure. We will partner with municipalities to streamline zoning and build more homes faster with a new round of housing accelerator funding. We also need to crack down on predatory speculation. And what Adam mentioned and what I'm very committed to is expanding support for the first-time home buyers program by boosting this initiative to make it up to 50% of an eligible mortgage. Right now, it's between 5 and 10%, and we just don't see the uptake. But this can be fully repaid to the Government of Canada over a 25-year mortgage or at the time of sale. But in a community like Toronto, where it is extremely expensive to get into the market, this will help first-time home buyers get a toehold in and increase their equity over time. We also will offer a tax credit of $2,000 on the provincial land transfer tax for first-time home buyers. And when it comes to ending homelessness and tackling affordability, we cannot be a prosperous nation of opportunity if we allow homelessness to persist. This policy tackles homelessness at the root cause, focusing on expanding supportive housing programs and emergency assistance that provide not just shelter, but a path to stability. National supportive housing will ensure that people stay off the streets and that they are successful. And one of the most successful programs that we've had in Canada that the federal government has got out of the business of doing is cooperative housing. I want to supercharge cooperative housing models in this country, which provide access to housing across this continuum of affordability. We need to tackle homelessness, and we need to tackle affordability. Housing is a human right, and this is something that we can do as Canadians. It is a national project, and it is an imperative for us to do, because every Canadian should have access to a safe and affordable and dignified place to live.